And let's get that GLaDOS fight in there. And $150 from NES Jumpman, who says, I want to be the Wolsk. Why? Because he is categorically one of the best I want to be the guy streamers out there. And now, exciting 20xd6 action. I want to be the Fangame.
That's me, I think.
Oh, you put it on Reddit?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh.
What's up? I am, yeah, I know. I just need to share my screen so you can see it real quick. There you go. Perfect. All right. Well, hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to what is going to soon be my speed run of I Want to Be the Fangame, any % on medium mode. You can see the title screen has a few different links to check out. The intro will give you just more knowledge about this if you don't know what they are. Delicious Fruit is the database of all the fan games, and that's the main thing. Before we start, I just want to give a important shout out to Jess, aka Tidget, aka the maker of I Want to Be the Fangame originally, who I messaged after. She probably hasn't seen the game or like touched it really for maybe like 10, 11 years. But I asked if she would be able to add a death counter. So I will be donating $1 per death. And deaths will actually count restarts as well, not just deaths. So if you want to join in, just expect that it will probably be a minimum of 50 totaled. So just know that going into it. But that's the fun game that you have to do with fan games. It's kind of required. All right.
Sounds like a good time. Chat, if you would keep this man honest, I am counting on all of you. Make sure that number is exactly what it should be.
It'll show it at the end regardless, but you know,
Beautiful.
if you want to judge me anyway, we can see how close you are. All right, you good to go? Let's do this. All right. And T will also have a special place in this run. All right, 3, 2, 1, begin. So this is I Want to Be the Fangame, as I previously mentioned. So this run is going to kind of go rapid fire. I'm going to try my best to explain things as I go through because there's a lot to keep track of. And while this run might not be like as ridiculously insane as you may be used to seeing from Bashi, for example, we can just stand on a spike there and keep running through, which is not something that you would normally be able to do. That specific spike, for some reason, you can stand on. So there's already a bunch of deaths because that strat's actually really hard. And now we're going to do it again, which is great because it's all for charity. There we go. All right, so we're into Pac-Man, and this is a great opportunity to start actually trying to explain things and get some shout-outs because there is not a lot that happens in this. It's mostly waiting because this is the same every single time that we do it. So, first thing, Imosua, thank you for the previous run. That was great. So it was a solid lead-in. If you guys didn't see that, strongly recommended. Dude flexing on the run as well. Koala is also someone I need to give a shout out to. He is the basically the record holder in essentially every single category. He's an incredible Japanese player. And a lot of the strats that you'll see in this were things that I've picked up from watching his runs. So we're going to go into a Pokemon area here. I'm sure you'll recognize a lot of games as we go through. We're going to do a skip there, and now we're fighting our first boss, which, as mentioned previously, there's a lot of mashing in this game on the boss fights. So we are going to pray that we get that attack, as a matter of fact, which is good because we got good RNG. And if we do this perfectly, we should be able to kill all of the bosses before they're even able to attack. Minus the 5th one, which is the hard one. Side note, Pikachu doesn't even do anything. All right. It's not great RNG. Ooh. But that's good enough. So we're going to destroy this Pokeball. Wow, my mashing's actually pretty solid right now. I like it. I like it. So our goal is to grab 3 different colored keys that is T's role in this run. Is I feel like GDQ Online is missing some sort of audience interaction. So we've got canned applause sound effects, which is very important. So feel free to join in for that. Oh, all right. So if you take a look, you can see what I was trying to do there. If you look at the kid's face, he shifts between looking really stupid or having no eyes. Just keep an eye on this screen real quick. And now that screen is gone. So what we did right there is I was using that platform to give myself half of an align, which aligns are basically when you touch a wall, you can get closer to certain blocks like I did right there to fall past things and skip a bunch. So by doing a half align, that means that essentially I'm standing on half a pixel and my hitbox is smaller than it should normally be. And that allows me to clip in between two different warps and just completely skip, I believe, 5 screens approximately doing that. So pretty fun stuff. That's why you kind of have to like pay attention because this run does go really, really quickly. So we got a ship right there. That was a pretty good kill. Based on where you kill it, it will have different fire. You can get it immediately, which is great. We didn't quite get that, but now we're in the portal section. As mentioned, there is the portal donation incentive, so if you have not donated to that and would like to see the boss done, that would be the way to do it. And we're just going to break physics really quickly, and quickly just don't blink. Just 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Hold on. This is kind of precise. Hold on. There we go. All right, and now we're through there. Thank you, T.
Of course. Hey, quick update. We are at almost 21,000 on that Secret GLaDOS fight incentive. Keep it up.
All right, well, this would actually be a good time to read some of those donations that have come through.
My pleasure. There are tons. We have $12.44 from Thunda, who says, let's make GLaDOS happen. Wolsk love. $10 from Nick, who says, I want to be the donator. $10 from a Lollipop, who says, I want to be the Fangame and had to donate. Keep up the great work. $5 from Leah Mustang, who says, there is definitely cake at the end of this run. Let's get it done, fellow humans. And 2 anonymous donations, $25 that says, let's go GLaDOS fight, and $100 that says, 2 + 2 is 10. In base 4, I'm fine.
All right, so now we're going to head on. Thank you for all those donations. Appreciate it. If you keep going, we can definitely reach that GLaDOS donation goal. But for now, we are just going to go into Snake. It's just as you remember Snake being, I'm sure, where he just runs through a path, hitting all of the dots, and you want to not die to touching the spikes on top of the snake's head. So we got Snake Man's theme, one of the bangerest songs in the game, which bangerist, I'm not even confident can be considered a word, but it is now.
I'm going to allow it.
Awesome, thank you. So we are on to the second boss. This is the second path. We did the right path, which I'm sure you could tell based on the way I wrong warped. We're going to hang out with Bub, but instead of just going with him, we're just going to jump straight into his mouth and shoot his uvula because this is I want to be the Fangame, and that's the way that Fangames work. The wonderful thing about Fangames and why it's so much fun to run these and play these is because there's like, you can basically make anything you want to. They're almost all entirely free. And there are just dedicated people who love the way the physics feel, the way everything looks. So there are tons of game references throughout. There's stuff with just precision if you want that. And sometimes you just want to go into a dinosaur's mouth, and that's a thing that you can just do. And I can't imagine there are a lot of games where you can do that while dodging oranges. This is one of the bosses that's actually kind of scary in the run. Not necessarily because it's hard, but because the only hard section is at the very end. Whether the oranges spawn on the left or right is random, and the more that spawn on the right while I'm on the right, the worse. All right, that's good. Normally I would do it on the left side, but just out of fear. Just out of fear, I've done it on the right side. I better see the chat applauding as well, along with this, when I watch the VOD later. All right, so now we have defeated Bub, so we're going to crawl out through his intestines, dodge a couple spikes here, and we have a fun little thing here that does not affect the run at all, but I can jump through that, and suddenly I have water physics in the air. And it's basically a task strat that you could save. I want to say it's like 0.3 seconds, somewhere along those lines, just by doing that and jumping early. So now we're headed into the left path. In case you don't know the game reference for this main hub, this is Wonder Boy 3, which there's a lot of Wonder Boy 3 stuff in this because Tidget is apparently a huge fan, which, gotta say, pretty fun game. And now we got
I can't
Heart of
imagine
Darkness.
they would have expected that a new Wonder Boy would have just come out recently when they started this game a decade ago.
Yeah, I actually had the pleasure of playing that on stream, and I had never played Wonder Boy before, so seeing the remaster was actually awesome because like they have a retro mode so you can kind of toggle back and forth. Super cool game. Not sponsored, but super cool game. So we're going to hop through, just jump on past this flower, and jump into this cactus because it's actually a speed strat, which also helps for donations, so you're welcome, charity.
RNG minips.
Yeah,
We
that too.
understand.
Yeah, so the next boss is like heavy RNG, which you'll see. And that's helping set it all up. So this specific strat that I'm doing here is like kind of really difficult, and I just like doing it because it looks cool, even though there's a high likelihood that I would die. It's just cool to do, you know? This part's a pattern. I know where the coins are gonna fall. So by just standing here at the end, I'll wait, jump underneath the treasure chest, and normally you would try to run to the right, but you die because we have fireballs raining from the ceiling, so instead we're just gonna screen wrap and drop straight through these spikes. Kind of. I mean, they moved out of the way, but we'll just call it straight through. And now we're going to shoot Cacodemon in his weak spot, which everyone knows.
Hi, Cacodad.
So you're supposed to shoot Cacodemon in his butt, obviously. That's the only way to damage on this boss. And we're going to try for a really fast quick kill, which that damage on the first section was, simply put, kind of incredible. So I'd say the likelihood of not getting this quick kill is incredibly low. Second section was slightly lacking, but first was so good it doesn't even matter. We're gonna stand here for a second, just chill out. Look, Mom, no hands. And then we will jump across. In case it's not obvious, no, this is not actually random. This is entirely patterned. Oh no! I'm gonna wager one bullet off of the quick kill. I'm going to wager one single bullet.
Well, we'll
Let's
see
see.
that bet come in a second. I'd like to take a quick second to remind you about that GLaDOS fight we could get during this run. We are at just over $3,000 left. I believe in you, chat.
We can do this. If you want to see a teaser for the 100% run, then that's the best way to do it. No! Well, this is the slowest I've done at this in a while. It's all right. We're just going to pretend that this is supposed to be slow, and all of this is practice for, I don't know, something or other. We'll just make something up. Called it. Called it. There was one single bullet. Wouldn't have it any other way. Considering I didn't miss that once in practice.
Hey, boss clear is a boss clear. That is a win in my book.
You know, I'll take it. I'm not confident I would have applauded, but if people do it, then more power to them.
I'm also getting word in my earpiece that says I was behind on that incentive, and now that I have refreshed, we are looking at just about $1,250 left to get to that incentive. Thank you so much, everyone. That is massive.
Oh, we could definitely hit that. We still got like half the run.
Speaking of, we might even have half a run's worth of donations here. People are going crazy for this. Whenever you want me to read those, you let me know.
Yep, right here.
Okay, I can do that. We have $100 from Piccolo113 who says, "This is a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success." $50 from Ryan who says, "These I Want to Be the Guy games are always crazy impressive. Excited for this run. Let's get those donations in to see the GLaDOS fight." And a donation with no comment from Zanino for $555.55. I think he bought the entire chat to get to the $5 train on that one. Thank you so much.
Keep it going.
Okay, my pleasure. $25 from Peking Boo who says, "Hi, Wolsk, buddy. Good luck with your run. I know you're going to do great. You're really smart, funny, and handsome." Anyway, that's all I have to say. Oh, just kidding. I'll donate another $25 if Wolsk sings "You Are My Prime Sub."
Oh boy.
So,
He did warn me, and I guess I have to. This is the great opportunity to do it because I'm just going to be running right for a while. I better see a whole bunch of people prime subbing after this one because it's important. I wrote this myself in the shower one day. You are my prime sub, my lovely prime sub. You give me sub points, but do not pay. If you have Twitch Prime, you get one monthly. Please give me your prime sub today. And just like replace Twitch Prime with Prime Gaming and me with GDQ because it was done before that stuff was changed, so we'll just pretend it's right.
beautiful, sir. Thank you. You know what? In fact,
I think that was the right
you
decision.
deserve that.
I think getting the audience applause was the right decision for this run.
Oh no, I mean it's in the chat. I'm just telling you what they're saying.
So if you could see right there, there was a dialogue box that was sticky keys. There's an old joke in the Fangame community because the button you use to jump with by default is shift. So new players will often see the shift key pressed a lot and the sticky keys dialog box pop up. So you always have to disable it if you're new to Fangames. So that's what we got to experience. And you may see that box appear later in the game. So this is the Reaper from Kid Icarus. During that blue section, the one that's on the bottom layer-wise is the one that you want to shoot, except in a specific circumstance. And, whee! So we're going to move on, and we are now listening to some cave story music. As I understand it, there are a bunch of cave story fans. So this may be a nice time to jam out. One unfortunate thing about old fan games is the music often restarts when you die or hit R. So you're going to have to deal with the fact that you just won't be able to hear the entirety of a song. And there's one specific screen in the next area that I hope I don't have to keep resetting on because it is frustrating to listen to, I'll say that much. All right,
You know,
so
that's the beauty of a good indie tune, right? It hits you with something catchy right off the bat. So if we have to listen to the first couple of bars over and over.
So there's something interesting about this game that's not common in fan games. If you saw as I was going up that, whoa, that's new. Well, cool, I can show it again. So going up this wall, if you hold against the wall, you'll actually accelerate vertically faster than you normally would, and it goes for going up and going down. So by holding against that wall in a specific timing, you can actually get all the way up, which you normally wouldn't be able to do. And you may have noticed I try to hug against random walls while going through things. That was interesting. So I will actually point out when I do that again, it'll be pretty obvious. You'll just see the speed increase as I go down. So now we're in Mario. This is the part that I want to go quickly because resetting this is frustrating to listen to. All right, awesome, good. Didn't want to make people deal with that one. So now into Bowser's Castle. We're going to hang out for a second, go onto this platform, stand right here, and we'll just go straight through everything. Jump on through, and we'll try for a fast strat that is really hard to get, so we'll see. Oh, barely missed it. That's upsetting. I thought I had it for sure. You can get that on the first cycle. Oh yeah, sure.
We have a $2,000 donation from Matt who says, let's see that GLaDOS fight. That puts us at less than $800 left to get there.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. So now, you may have noticed there were some mushrooms earlier. If I touch any of these blocks on the top or the bottom, mushrooms will spawn out, and they have a quite fun death. We're going to avoid touching them altogether, so we don't have to deal with the mushrooms. But man, there are some solid deaths in this. If at some point in the future, like a 100% run gets in, I could have an incentive just to show off all the great different deaths there are. So I would like to see everyone in the chat, please spam the bat emoji, because rather than being a normal save point, this is the bat's save point, where rather than killing you, all these bats will just try to bump you upwards. Also more cave story music. So we try to kill them as many as, whoa, this is a problem. We try to kill as many as we can as we go through so that they can't keep bumping us up. And we are going to force our way over. That's pretty good. Oh, well, I mean, I can't die at this point, but this is, yep. All right, that was good for time. So, we are now into the final tower. We're going to do this really weird and hard strat just to donate a bit more to charity. And you can see I just zoom downwards as I hold against that wall. So this, the final tower, has references to all the other stuff in the game. You can see there's Portal, there's Pokemon, more Wonder Boy, more Pokemon, some weird mushroom creature from some game no one's heard of. And we would normally keep going up this tower, but thanks to the power of cheating, we're just going to not do that, and instead opt to fall down here. And this is the item room, so every single one of these podiums would be occupied by a different secret item. You can see that's the cake, so that's for GLaDOS. And we are now onto the final boss, which, as mentioned in the interview, is the coolest fight in the game. This is the most interesting one, but actually we're just gonna walk out because we don't actually have to fight it. So that was the final boss of the game. And now we're into the chase, where we are running out of the castle as blocks just fall. And we're going to go back through.
We are at just over $500 left on that fight. I want to see you chase that one to the finish line, chat.
Oh, this one's gonna be really close. You're gonna have to get those last ones in. This chase is only about a minute long, so start spamming those donations. So we hold against that wall. We're gonna take that save for safety. And as we run over to the left, we're being chased by fire. And we're just going to hop on up, going through all the stuff we did before, except without the enemies, and just slightly changed so we can actually jump through it all. And the next screen is going to be where it all ends. So I'm going to take a death, partially because of timing. And time, there you go. So it helps to time it with the music. So it looks like we got 47 deaths that run. And this is the perfect opportunity for shout outs while you guys can get those donations in while we wait for the credits to just play. So let me just get those out and you can keep donating to the cause. So Orion was heavily responsible for finding that wrong warp that I did. I slightly adapted it to be more consistent for me, but he was mostly the person who found something consistent. Wanted to give a thank you to GDQ staff and Spike for the interview and for giving us a chance to showcase more Fangames, which are always just so much fun to show off and so much fun to play. And the more people who play them, the better it is for our community. The entire I Wanna community, so everyone who plays these games and makes these games from all over the world and have been doing it for, at this point, like 12, 13 years. Much appreciated. There's fangame.es, the website I mentioned earlier. That's where you would download everything. Delicious-fruit.com, same thing. All my friends who will be running things at the marathon: Peking Boo, Heinke, Froob, Teddy Roz, and my family, and other communities I've been part of. So Joe2, TF2, Jump Community, GTFO, and final thing, we have a yearly marathon that we do for Fangames and other types of games like this. Maybe you're into mods of games or Mario 64 fan games, then we have a marathon for that yearly. So you can certainly check it out.
Well, my friend, I have some good news for you. I have some good news for chat, but they're already celebrating. They know we got there. We got the GLaDOS fight. In fact, we went a good ways over with the help of some amazing folks in the chat. Thank you so much to everyone.
Really?
Thank you to the likes of JD the Bud, who donated $250. GLaDOS, go! Sophie, $15. Get me some of that GLaDOS. Kinada Knight, $124. Hello, Catbag. It is I, your longtime #1 fan. I'm proud of you for this impressive pending one stream completion. Good luck, and let's hope for quality science. And $25 from Rasic, who says, they're apples, not cherries.
Well, thank you everyone for meeting this. I'm glad I get to show off a little bit of the 100% run that, like I mentioned, you normally wouldn't be able to get to see. But maybe at some point in the future, I'll get my chance to showcase it. That's my sellout thumbs up. So we're going to just wait for this intro again, because you didn't get to see it the first time, so we'll just pretend that it was there the first time. And I've already moved my save in, so we're going to hit continue game, and wow, we're here. Except we're on hard mode, but that doesn't necessarily matter. And since we're doing this again, if you want to, you can even get some more donations in.
Gladly. It was such an avalanche of donations. We've got plenty. $20 from Al Bob, who says, the Prime sub song is gonna go platinum. $50 from Echo Desh, who says, let's go. I always love a good I Want to Be the Guy game. $20 from Grizzly Guy Gaming, who says, the talent, the poise, the confident Top Gun hat, the patented fan game fingers. Much love due to Wolsk and the entire Boshi-like community. Donation goes to Runner's Choice. No chokes. And $500 from GLaDOS again. I feel like GLaDOS might be botting and putting up more accounts, but you know, with donations like these, we won't complain. GLaDOS says, for GLaDOS, for science.
All right, so we have successfully done that. Normally you do want to go to the orange portal like I showed in the run, but we went to the blue portal this time. And you're going to see one of the highest quality cutscenes in any game ever made, with ray-traced graphics and 3D models and a very, very gripping dialogue.
You found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. What? Maybe you could settle for that, and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
Deploying surprise in 5, 4...
And then we're into the fight. So it starts with a funny trap where it targets you, but it makes it so if you leave the targeted area, it'll actually kill you because of the black border that comes in. Once again, this is another just mash boss, but this is one of the hardest bosses in the entire game, actually. And we're going to hope that I get good platform RNG and fly through this. We're going to switch sides because those lasers will kill. Mash it down. There you go. We got the cake. And just like that. That is the GLaDOS incentive. If I went to the other portal, I would just die. So you have to make sure to take the... Thank you so much. I couldn't have done
You
it without
deserve
the
that
audience.
and then some.
I appreciate it. I didn't expect that to go that well, honestly. All right. Well, as shown earlier, it's 47 deaths. If you are joining in on the donating per death, I will be donating $47 after the run. So if anyone else wants to do that, then that was your opportunity. So I don't know if there's anything else to say. Thank you for watching. Thank you to the GDQ staff again. Love you all very much. And good luck to the next runners and all my friends. And just thanks for joining.
Thank you so much, Wolsk. That run had everything. Probably quite literally. That was as many different properties as I could name in 30-something minutes. You know, thank you so much to everyone who made that last push happen, especially folks like Dr. Bob Tastic, who donated $500 to get us there, saying, "This shall be a triumph." And, oh, I think it was. Thank you also to Ryan, who sends $50 and says, "These I Want to Be the Guy games are always crazy impressive. Excited for this run, and let's get those donations in to see the GLaDOS fight," which I'm glad to say we certainly did. Time now for a short break, and we'll be back with more AGDQ 2021 Online in just a moment. Welcome back to AGDQ 2021 Online, powered by Twitch. My name is Ateatree, and I thank you so much for being here. While we are waiting for the next run, I would love to show some more love from the community. We've got $100 from Cute and Cuddly 2 that just says, nice. We've got Fire making good on that challenge from Wolsk in the last run, $23.50, saying 50 cents per death. We appreciate it, sir. We've also got $50 from Damon, who simply says, video games? Oh, yes. Yes, we can do video games. We've got $25 from Manuel, who says, gotta show the late night run some love. Keep it up. $250 from Zach with no comment, but your generosity speaks volumes. Thank you so much. To give you an idea of what kind of things you can be donating for, let's take a look at our currently available prizes. We've got a acrylic keychain from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, one of those cute little Korok boys. That is a $5 minimum donation until Inertial Drift ends, as are all of the following prizes. A Nezumi Man plushie donated by our own Iggy Zig. That run will be in just a little bit. But if you want that plushie, you can get in a $10 minimum donation anytime between now and the end of Inertial Drift. There is a Night in the Woods Scott Pilgrim themed May Borowski Gets It Together print. That is also a $10 minimum donation. Sorry, I had to give myself a second before I started talking about that, because looking at it, it's picture perfect. If you are a Scott Pilgrim fan, if you are a Night in the Woods fan, I think you will love that one. So that is also a $10 minimum donation. We also have one of Scent's favorites that he has been shouting out in all of his prize blocks, a Legends of Localization book. This is Legends of Localization Book 1, The Legend of Zelda, an absolute classic, donated by Legends of Localization themselves, a detailed look at the localization of an NES classic. You know, it's always interesting to see, especially back in those days when the resources for doing things like localization and making the game accessible to English players was such a different enterprise than it is now. And this local Legends of Localization tome does a really great and in-depth job